inside of my skull. The mirror fakes a face I no longer own. Heavy breathing beneath the company. A biome engine shifting into gear. Tapping on the glass of my rib cage. Ready to burn the script and flip the page. Beyond the mask of the morning routine. Something sharp and vivid and unseen. Kono Chikara is waking up tonight. There is a stranger dancing under my skin, tearing the floor where the borders begin. Not a shadow but a blinding flash of light. A different soul taking over the flight. Kimi no nakari another heart beats fast, breaking the mold of the hollow past. It is a fire wearing my name, and nothing ever is going to be the same. Taking motion stops dead in its tracks. Velocity rising through the spinal taps. I am watching my hands move on their own, occupying the throne I have never known. The shy demeanor of faded ghost. The passenger has become the host. Sudden clarity in the frantic heat. Total control at a frantic beat. Haunted knows who got time coming through. There's a stranger dancing under my skin, setting no door where the walls begin. Not a shadow but a bright and flash of light. A distant soul taking over the flight. Kimi no naka ni another heart beats fast, breaking the mold of the hollow past. It is a fire wearing my name, and nothing ever is going to be the same. There is a stranger dancing under my skin, tearing the floor where the walls begin. Not a shadow but a blinding flash of light. A different soul taking over the flight. Kimi no nakari another heart beats fast, breaking the mold of the hollow dust. It is a wild I wear my name, and nothing else is going to be the same. Give me the power to see what you've done. Shadow of fear. The shadow groove may never be undone.
Heat swings wide, check your face under a crescent moon. Beats hitting heavy like a sudden sharp monsoon. I am the crown of the abyss, the seventh name. Step to the circle, surrender to the flame. Crimson flows while the kodo snaps. Caught inside a booty's lethal trap. No hesitation, just flick the blade. Then watch the show of your spirit fade. Jigoku no soko kara hibiku kodo. Ware wa start of teni mo todoku doloro. Silver daggers fly through the smoke. Every shackle in the iron yo. Flow like the river, but I strike like the flint. Catch the shimmer of a demonic glint. I don't need a legion, just a rhythm in my soul. Swallowing the cosmos and the pieces of the whole. Kaze ga fuku saigo no tatakai no uta. Kagamate ami no naka e kieta. The pressure is rising, the air is getting thin. Let the grand show of this battle's ending begin. Rise up from the ashes, El guardian of the thorns. Bow before the power of the ancient silver horns. Sekai no wari ni saku hana no yoni. Dancing through the chaos in a dark harmony. Feel the heavy impact of the demonesque cry. No
ち歩く私の定め月の光さえも染める赤のため Elegant destruction in a high-speed chase Wiping every memory of a lesser human race Broken glass reflects all the choices that you make Frozen in the terror of a silent masquerade I am the leader of the cold nocturnal wind Paying for the ancient sins that never could be pinned Thunder in the valley where the lotus blossoms bloom I am the architect of your impending doom Sharp like the sword with the jagged carbon edge Standing on the summit of a crumbling rocky ledge 無限の彼方へと続くこの空 Everything is burning in the heat of my aura Style like a blizzard with the fury of a beast Invited to the table for a dark eternal feast 風が吹く最後の戦いの歌影は待って闇の中へ消えた The pressure is rising, the air is getting thin Let the grand show of this battle's ending begin Rise up from the ashes in the garden of thorns Bow before our ancient silver horns 世界の終わりに咲く花のように Dancing through the chaos in the dark harmony Feel the heavy impact of the demoness light Nowhere left to run and there is ending flight この瞬間に全てをかける The destiny of ages is the burden that I carry Rise up from the ashes in the garden of the forest Bow before the power of the ancient silver horns 世界を終わりにせと花のように Dancing through chaos in the dark harmony Feel the heavy impact of the demoness strike No escape to run and there is nowhere left to hide この瞬間に全てをかける The destiny of ages is the burden that I bear
Let's break it down, let's get it right. The one named Astaroth is ending you tonight.
Hunting for a dream Longing for a space It's the same wish I've had Since the day I saw your face You may never know How far I will go To trace your heart Into my very bone Over the rainbow Steady high ho Right float with me You let's start the show I am a fighter Hunting for my dream But to you I'm not as strong as I seem I clench my fist, imagining your kiss. I step forward into the mist. I am the fighter, hunting for my dream. But to you, I'm not as strong as I seem. I clench my fist, imagining your kiss. I step forward into the mist. Shadow up, shadow up, shadow Iron sky, blackened sun, Crows arrive, won't be good. Fear the rain, cover all. Hear the name, hear the call. Malphas, kage no kishi. Malphas, kaze no ishi. Build a wall, higher still. Heed the call. Find a will. Malphas, kage no kishi. Malphas, kaze no ishi. Build a wall, higher still. Heed the call. Find a will. Malphas, rise again. Stone by stone, tower tall, crow on throne, never fall. Sharpest beak, tender eye, strong not weak, under sky. Kuroi hane, coming down, oh arine. Take the crown, summon now, ancient king, make the vow, let it ring. Malphas, kage no kishi. Malphas, kaze no ishu. Build a wall, higher still. Heed the call. Find a will. Malphas, bang again. Malphas, kage no kishi. Malphas, kaze no ishi. Build a wall, higher still. Heed the call. Find a will. Senor, ravens are on the wing. Malphas. Hunting for a dream, longing for a space. It's the same wish I've had since the day I saw your face. You may never know how far I will go to trace your heart into my very bone. Over the rainbow, steady high home. Ride forth with me, let's start show. Imagining your kiss, I step forward. walking right hands by, but you were feeling lonely. Tell me what you see deep inside your soul. You only know who you are. I understand why you are afraid and scared. You've never hurt someone and haven't been hurt. You leave it all there on the other side of the frozen sea. I saw my dreams and my world. Take off your mask and be true to your heart. Trust yourself and fly away. Grant me the glorious light. Though I don't know how I'll do it when I fight. So we can be in a place where we wanna be. The things I want in life have no shape. So simply smash the final space, heading to unknown land. Until tomorrow, leave all my sorrows.
The moment when we finally face each other, silence chamber dictates sparks to the sky. The passion's flying deep inside our feelings, touches our truth no one else could ever find. I want your heartbeat carved into me deeper, here where one man crosses both our lives. The code I just feel runs in my fingers. Old wounds we carry nearer back our past. We're running out of time for any words to linger. This rising impulse simply moves too fast. Too vivid now to ever call you techie. Beyond the pain, your light shone back at me. So falling out within the raging storm, drawn together, no world turned upside down. No reason needed, instinct takes its structure. I reach the realms where all unknowns are found. I wanna see much further in your eyes, as all the borders melt away and die. Not to compete, but to confirm what's true. Lonely warriors wait for dawn to rise. The sparks burn hot within our true hearts. You rewriting yesterday's burned paradigm. The one who found inside of me unseen was you fighting on the battlefield with me. The moment when our blades align together, silence shatters and the sparks ignite. The passion's laying deep within our gazes, touches a truth untouched by any sight. I want your heartbeat carved into me deeper, here where a man brings a past to life.
actions and truth untouched by any size. I want your deep caution to me deeper. Here where I lay, dreams across the lines. Let's see where this dance will take us both. This seduction skill is what I love the most. So seduction skill is what I love the most. Yeah, yeah. My notion is absurd. They say belief takes certain nerve. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're all on the same road, making moves according what we've heard and told. Yeah. If I can follow my own passion, I can make my own mode of action. You may think it's hard, but it's all about playing with your hands that's hard. I keep on running to drive the evil of this age to zero. No knows that my true strength is my overflowing willpower. Stand by me and you. Gin on the lip, ice in the glass. Watch how they move, see how they pass. Silk on the hip, cold to the touch. Don't look away, you want it too much. Vampire women, sharp white teeth. Royal ace, nobody leaves. Vampire women in this crowded place. Are you aroused? Do you feel safe? I can't wine. Oh, and she's so fine. Wait for the light. Wait for the sign. Long slender hands, pale under lights. Hunting for sport through heavy nights. Brass hits the wall, cymbals and heat. Center the kill, down on the street. High beat, dance on the edge. Give them your pulse, that is the pledge. One little cut, sweetest of sins. Now that it's out, the banquet begins. Vampire women, sharp like teeth. Kuroe lakes, nobody leaves. Vampire women in this crowded place. Are you lost? Do you feel safe? I can't wine. Aren't you so fine? Wait for the light. Wait for the sign. Vampire women, sharp white teeth. Kuroe lakes, nobody leaves. Vampire women in this crowded place. Are you aroused? Do you feel safe? I can't wine. Aren't you so fine? Hey, so the light. Wait for the sign. Vampire women, it's a delight. Signora B, save us tonight. out to the world and also to the coming age. The feeling always sways my soul, feeling never vacant holds. So then, with my conviction, shall know I'll simply just make my own benediction. If I just stand and clear all of my doubts, celebration will carry from without. I keep on running to drive the enemy to a new era. No one knows that my true strength is my goal. Overflowing willpower, finding hope. My heart is making waves out to the world and also to the coming age. The feeling always weighs my soul, feeling never vacant cool. So then, with my conviction, I'll simply just make my own benediction. If I just stand and clear all of my doubts, celebration will carry from without. I keep on running to drive the enemy to a new era. No one knows that my true strength is my overflowing willpower. Finding home, going home, it's my one true wish and I know it's there. soul, filling ever vacant holes. So then with my conviction, I'll simply just make my own benediction. If I just stand and clear all of my doubts, celebration will carry from without. I keep on running to drive the enemy to a new era. No one knows that my true strength is my overflowing willpower. Finding home, going home, it's my one true wish, and I know it's there. A When my eyes got used to pitch black night, I started walking in the moonlight. We live not to think, walk pushed to the brink. Even if you don't show it to your face, even if you hide without a trace, your wounds won't heal without suitable meal. Don't get lost in your dream. No matter what it seems, my heart races in the moonlight. Everything I love is why I fight. Even the pain we will never forget. Spread the invisible map. Shine a light on all of your beds. My notion is absurd. They say belief takes certain nerve. We're all on the same road, making moves according what we heard and told. If I can follow my own passion, I can make my own mode of action. You may think it's hard, but it's all about playing with your hands' best card. I keep on running to drive the eagle of this age to zero. No one knows that my true strength is mine. Flowing willpower. Stand by me and you will understand what it is that this life demands. I know I'll see you in that place, the dimension where we both can face the invading darkness.
that man? Who is she? Who is she? Who is she? She is called the devil man. Gardenia Field. Some say she's a traitor, they say she's cold as ice. She's the one who sacrificed everything to fight. Devil legs at the speed of light, devil eyes guide her in the night. Devil charm, she's the lord of the fly. Devil voice like a ray of fire with evil powers close at hand. The lady is in command. She's a lady so just and fair. Gardenia Fields, Gardenia Fields. Change myself, and even the whole world is always near. I can't help but notice how I am holding myself back here. One word from you is all it takes. All of my worries, my fears, my regrets, they all swirl into my fate. Suddenly light up here. I need you, but you're not here. Searching for answers and guidance, I turn around as I hear a soft, gentle voice behind me at dawn. Who's that man? Who is she?
Who is she?
Who is she? She is called the devil.
The devil man.
Gardenia Fields. Some say she's a traitor. They say she's cold as ice. She's the one who sacrificed everything to fight. Devil legs at the speed of light.
Speed of light.
Devil eye, guide her in the night.
Never in the night.
Yeah. My notion is absurd. They say belief takes her to nerve. Oh, yeah. We're all on the same road, making moves according to what we've heard and told. Yeah.
Massive demand. Everyone needed
Oh
this.
my
And they needed
god.
it at scale. Everyone would have the RPOs, rather than just the
I am up
hyperscalers
so
who were
late.
printing them for
I
overnight
am
and profit.
so
People are being conned into investing in data
behind
centers because they
schedule,
think,
but
oh, it's an AI factory.
whatever.
Oh, that's where AI comes out. And obviously, there's a fourth one I didn't even put in there, which is the misunderstanding of what data center
Holy
does.
fuck.
When people talk about progress with data centers, we need to make sure we have data centers in America. We need to make this, we need to make that. They have this weird thing where they think that the AI comes out of those data centers. You don't know what's happening in the data center down the road. Yeah. That could just be some morons doing, I don't know, all those information out. I truly don't think there's that much else you can do with GPUs with, oh, they're running their own open source models. Maybe, who knows? It's an AI startup. That startup being there, or that startup being in Gibraltar, does not matter. Because the way that the AI actually gets to you is through CDN, like Amazon. There's a completely different infrastructure through the internet and websites to your door, and it is not the most goddamn GPUs. There are regional GPU centers for the Microsoft, Amazon, Google, and Oracle run, sure. But a data center being in your backyard doesn't really matter. So someone building it, it's almost like, yeah, we've got to build factories everywhere, and your assumption is that the factories will do something useful, when like 95% of them just make like pictures of Kia Starmer, just a Kia Starmer picture factory. You're like, because one of the factories does something useful. And it's very frustrating because I really have
Oh my god.
really trying to disprove this thesis. I really run this through the ringer because the piece I put out this week was the
How long am I even gonna be here? I think I'll do this. I guess I can stay here for a little bit. But then I gotta start winding down. Considering it's basically 4 a.m.
Really tried because I don't want to just be a vacuous doomsday. I want to be no better than the AI. But I really look, and the best people can give me is they say, last time the document that says that there's going to be all of this demand in 20 years. It's just people dreaming. People dreaming so they don't have to face it.
I still gotta take something.
Hello and hi, welcome back to your newest, favorite, laziest Hunter channel. My name's Casher, and today we're going to be talking about our good old pal, renovations. Specifically his Guardian Spear piece that is responsible for Parallel Universe. Because this is relevant again, and people are espousing a lot of dumb shit about how the ability works. Because spoiler alert, we still don't know how it works. There's a lot of things, in fact, that we don't know how it works. And if anybody is definitively telling you how it works, they're wrong. They're trying to sell you a bridge, and they're clickbaiting you. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is. But I've done a lot of thinking, of mapping, and I have a pretty good layout for how the ability works as far as we know, as well as looking into how things have changed in recent chapters. So if that all sounds fun to you, stick around, like, comment, subscribe, do all the fun in. And we'll also be holding a chapter group discussion live stream. Goes out. Should be around 12, should start around 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern. I'll make it Eastern. Do all that stuff you want to do exactly. To get to the video, as I said before, Parallel Universe, the fuck with this chart. This chart is scary. It makes me upset. And using legitimate bullshit. But, it's actually not as complicated as I think the ability first seems. And most confusion, that in my eyes, stems from the two facts that us, the reader, learn about the ability alongside Serena can learn and, think about his incorrect hypotheses as we figure out his ability. And the other thing is that people, especially YouTubers, they like extrapolating, horse piss and horse cock to be true.
They say a lot of stuff that isn't true, but like, who cares? Because it gets the click, right? And that's what matters at the end of the day. But before I go into, going into the very deep detail of how the ability works, I think it is prudent to at least go through. Hey, okay, guys, you guys aren't supposed to look at what website that is. Using that, it's official, all right. I'm going to quick walk through 385 and 387, which are the two chapters where the first one is played. All right, give me a quick one. Don't worry about it. All right. From Serenix perspective, we see that once he closes his eyes, that he gets this weird like third-person vision of the future event. And we also see that once he loses Zetsu or opens his eyes, he returns back to the real world, and the events that he has perceived in the future are what the people around him perceive, right? In the vision, Serenik, he comes out of Zetsu and he's like, and he's like, something on your shoulders. And he's talking with Theta. He's like, hey, is anything different? And she's not responding. You know why? Because she didn't know that happened. She did not see that. She just saw what she saw. She saw what she saw. Fucking awesome. It's in the chapter, right? They're talking past each other. What Serenik perceives is the future, but once he exits the vision, he can make new events, but those around him are only able to perceive the future that Serenik views, right? We get to see some more use cases of it, and at the very, very end, Serenik, he goes into Zetsu for a long time, like more than 45 minutes, at least. We don't exactly know. We see that he can go in into the ability, out and back in seamlessly. And we get one last little tidbit, our last usage of the ability that we ever see recently. And he's about to get shot. He opens his eyes. He moves out of the way to dodge, and then a flute melody by Melody happens. Jesus. And wow, would you look at that? Theta thinks she thought she shot Serenik, but she didn't. And she's very upset. Happens, and we get Serenik's, confirmation of how he thinks the different worlds, right? And that's the scary chart. But we're gonna go to the work now, all right? If you just want to know, like, the simplest, most basic way to get the ability, this is what I got. All right, is that the ability is 10 seconds into the future from the current real world time. If there is no change in action, what he saw, you do so by opening his eyes and changing his actions in the current real world. But whenever Siri opens his eyes and comes back to reality, people around Siri receive the next 10 seconds of reality as Siri did in the future vision, right? The people around Serenik are viewing the alternate future that Siri had received with its future vision, while Siri's new actions are completely imperceivable to those around them until the 10-second alternate timeline vision ends, in which case their reality snaps back to the real reality, right? This is the most basic definition. And, as I said here, it is likely kind of wrong, but, it is good enough for a starting with Facebook, right? But now comes the big part, and that is being as annoyingly specific and granular as possibly be. The ability is at multi-phase or very step, and the base condition of the ability being active and initiated is exists with right? That's required. And make my points in the coming segments easier to understand. We're going to be using some notation. We're going to use notation. All right. The default branching events is red here. The default timeline is a series of events that will occur if Siri doesn't happen. This is the real world that just happens. Whenever Siri goes into his future vision, this is the world that he perceives. All right. It is the default branch. The new branch of events is the new timeline of events Siri creates by opening his eyes and changing his actions from the default branch of events. All right, he opens his eyes, And everyone around him is perceiving the default branch of events illusion, while Siri is doing whatever he wants. All of his new stuff, that's new branch, new reality. And the E10, what I'm going to be is a federal 10-second period that obtains upon facility initiation, right? That is this bar where it goes from 0 to 11, and it goes to then also we're going to be adding the time. T equals 0 is initiation of the ability. Considering his own position, nothing more, he would still be at, he would see the future up to T equals 10, 10 seconds in the future, but he would still be at T equals 0. Now, 5 seconds would pass in the real world, then Siri would be T equals 15, and the real world would be at T5. Right, so we see here, the E10, there is no 10-second mark because Siri immediately goes from 0 to 10. Right, and you can see plus 10 seconds on reality. I just want to. And what I kind of think about the ability is that it is split up into 3 distinct steps, or maybe 2.5, depending on how you look at it. All right, and our first phase is the startup phase, also known as the environmental second phase, initiation phase, whatever you want to call it, something along those lines. And the core conceit of Siri's ability is him perceiving reality 10 seconds ahead of the real. Like that is the base concept of it. And with this viewpoint, we can kind of think of the ephemeral 10 seconds as being like the initial revving up of engines, the initial step that is responsible for building Cyrenix's timeline.
Darn it.
Right? Which is the thing that has to happen first.
Another bad day for Earth science? Oh no.
He receives an instantaneous recognition of the next 10 seconds. Right? The E10 vision is a series of immediate, default, and default data. The next 10 seconds of the default branch of events that will occur without intervention. The E10 vision itself takes no real world time for Siri to view, meaning that once he finishes it, T equals 0 is still true. Alright? And even though the E10 takes no real world time, Siri still experiences his E10 as if he had actually lived during those 10 seconds. And finally, once Siri's instant E10 vision reaches its conclusion, he perceives a moment of static in his vision, which indicates that the E10 is over and time in the real world is progressing.
What am I thinking about?
At this point, where Siri can choose to open his eyes, which will create a new branch of events, or he can choose to continue viewing the future, letting the default branch of events that he had just perceived begin to play out in the real world around him. Right? This is all the very blank period right here and getting into the initiation of the ability. But I have some extra info / answers to some common questions or other points of concern that some people might have. During any future vision, including the intent, they're able to view the actions of those around them, at least in front of them, as well as his own actions in future 10 seconds through what looks like a third person view, the cameras behind them. Right?
No, my
and
fucking
we
god,
also
come
know
on.
this view can kind of shift or at least tilt and pan to give Siri the viewpoint he desires. You see, I wonder if I can see if I can very quick pull it up. You can see in 387, it's looking at Siri here, or Theta there. But when she walks to go pick up the coffee thing, we can see that the camera that we're looking through the viewpoint adjusts to have her still be in frame, and then again tilts back down when Theta comes back, right? That is part of the ability. And this is unconfirmed, obviously, but I think it's pretty certain that the third-person view that Siri receives is from the scary this looking puppet thing, the 666. That means I think people are referring to it now. The beast is not from the seed urn ceremony. It is one that Serena conjured all on its own. And the beast first and only appearance was in chapter 384. In the next chapter, 385, is it's the Theta POV chapter of Parallel Universe. So, I mean, you introduce the
Interesting.
The next chapter.
Interesting alignment.
I mean, come on. I think that's pretty certain. And another thing that I think
Mercury,
is
Cancer,
the
first
reason
house,
Siri feels like he can't move
and
is
Saturn, Aquarius, first
because
house.
the E10 vision is a
Mm,
full branch of events that will occur if Siri
gotta watch
doesn't
out.
intervene,
Be
right?
careful.
Like why would he need to move in the future events? Like he could just move. Like he can't. There's no point in him being able to manipulate the default branch. That's the default branch. What he is doing, right? He needs to experience and know what happens in the untampered next 10 seconds to be able to decide if he wants to change it. And this is no conjecture on my part, but I also think it's pretty highly likely that Siri's ability has to map out the next 10 seconds of the default branch to be able to pass that perception to those around whenever Siri creates a new branch. Like to pass an illusion, you kind of have to know what the illusion contains. You know what I mean? And now we can kind of move on to step 2, which it's kind of just an extension of step 1. It's just maintaining the parallel universe, maintaining future vision. And at this point, time is progressing normally in the real world, and Siri is still maintaining its 10-second future vision. So, if the real world was at t equals 15, Siri would be viewing the world at t equals 25. The plus 10 seconds is a constant. Siri can likely stay in this state of visibility for as long as he really wants. We've seen him in it for close to an hour at this point, if we know that. But it appears that he only has to exit if he chooses to or is forced to, right? And we know that the only way to exit his future vision and initiate a new branch of events is if he stops meeting the base ability condition, which is Zetsu with closed eyes. Okay? And the not of an and statement is an or statement. And so this means that for Siri to exit future vision, he either needs to lose Zetsu or he needs to open his eyes, right? Either condition is fine, both doesn't change anything. Just one of them is all. And now we move on to our last phase of the ability, which is the creation of a new branch of events. The moment Siri exits his plus 10-second future vision, the default branch of events, he returns to experiencing the same time in the real world along with everyone else around him. Siri returns to t equals plus 0 seconds. We say his time is the exact same as everyone else's time. The next 10 seconds of the default branch of events that Siri had received before terminating his vision now play out for everyone around Siri. The 10 seconds everyone besides Siri received the experience, I'm going to be referring to as the default branch illusion, just for clarity's sake about time. While everyone around Serena is experiencing the default branch illusion, Serena can move and do whatever he wants as his new action/new branch of events are imperceivable to those experiencing a default branch illusion. And once the 10-second default branch illusion finishes playing for everyone, the perception of reality snaps back to the new actual reality of the new branch of events that someone took. And at this point, once the 10-second default branch illusion is over, Parallel Universe has completed, it's inactive, it is over. But at the end of 37, he's reading his own words, and his future vision is active, and he opens his eyes and maintains Zetsu. When he closes his eyes again, he goes straight back to his future vision state. The complete veracity of this, I don't exactly know. Like whether him going back includes the E10 startup or if that maintained, I don't know. If he can re-enter his future vision while a default branch illusion is playing is unknown. Like, does he have to wait for it to finish playing before he can re-enter future vision? Who knows? I mean, there's a lot. We've only seen this ability used once from 2 different perspectives, and so based on this is based on the chapter and this chart. This is everything that I can map out that I think most people should agree on as how the ability functions. Right here, the E10 startup is then in parallel with the real world, the 10 seconds ahead, and whenever he terminates the ability by either reducing Zetsu or opening his eyes, he then goes back to the normal reality, and the people around Serenik, they live the next 10 seconds as Serenik had seen them with his plus 10-second future vision, and once those 10 seconds are over, they are back to the normal reality. Well, normal reality in the sense that Serenik has changed what has happened, but it will be all like a normal series of events, right? So everyone around Serenik all of a sudden they just see time play out, and then suddenly shit is different. Serena is not dead. What the fuck is happening, right? And Serena, within the when people are in the default branch illusion, he can just do whatever he wants. His actions are completely and fully imperceivable. And then once it's fully dismissed, we re-enter the diagram. That is how we know the ability to work. And I want to highlight some things that we definitely don't know. And as I said, like, can Siri reinitiate his ability if people are currently affected by a default branch illusion? Can he chain that together? Additionally, could Siri frame perfect initiate parallel universe the moment a default branch illusion ends? If he can, what would happen if he opens the site immediately after the intent ends? In that case, like, no real world time has passed, and those affected by a default branch illusion seamlessly jump to another different default branch illusion. And that, I have to imagine, is trippy and scary as hell. What is the aura cost here? Like, we have no idea what it is. Like, does Siri bank aura into his beast over time, and then, like, once he activates parallel universe, it, like, the ability extracts the aura from the beast bank? Like, we don't really know how that works. If someone who wasn't present when Siri created a default branch illusion walked into the room while others were still inside of the default branch illusion, like, would the newly arrived person see Siri's new actions? Or would they also, like, retroactively be put into the default branch illusion? And then the final question is, could Siri extend the default branch illusion longer than 10 seconds? That is the very big question. And if you haven't read chapter 417 yet, you may want to
What
turn
the
off this
fuck?
video. This should be going up less than a day before the new chapter officially comes out. So if you haven't read it, please leave. And we're going to talk about it. In 417, it's very, very, very much appeared that Benjamin and everyone else were held within a default branch illusion for much longer than a second, right? And as far as we understand, a default branch illusion can only last 10 seconds, where once it ends, everyone affected, returns back to normal reality. And what if I were to blow your mind and actually say, we've seen a default branch illusion last more than 10 seconds before? Yes, we have. It is a thing that we have seen, and a thing that is true. We pull up my very official, very good little chapters over here. 385 on the left, 387 on the right, FYI. And, from how we know the ability to work, we're going to look at 387 first. Siri, 10 seconds in the future, sees that he gets shot in the head and immediately opens his eyes, right? That means when Serenik gets the bullet in the head, that is in exactly 10 seconds from now, right? So we see Siri dodge out of the way, and then we get to see some speakers about the food ceremony. Of course, they just see me standing there. She doesn't think she actually shot me, and she shoots, right? And then Melody, her song plays, and they're in trance, and then it ends, right? But there's a bit of a discrepancy here, right? Because if the ability only works for 10 seconds, if the default branch illusion only lasts 10 seconds, they're only right there, sorry. Why is it that Data, in her perception of the events, sees Serena completely fall over and onto the ground before the melody trance starts, right? That is not how the sequence of events that we see, because in Serena's perception, immediately after the bullet fires, the trance starts. There's no time for Serena to fall down, because, in the perception of reality that Serena viewed, he didn't get a chance to fall down, because it was exactly 10 seconds. Because he initiated a new branch. He exited the ability right when he got shot. There's no more time beyond that. There's no time of illusion for Theta to perceive of Serena falling over. That is just not a thing that should have happened, right? And like, maybe Melody's doing some shenanigans here, maybe not. I don't subscribe to that. Fuck me, because I have a better idea. I have a nasty little theory for nasty little people. All right, it's nasty only. Get out if you don't want to know. This is about what I've said before because the only times you've seen the default branch illusion are both when Siri has maintained parallel universe for a substantial amount of time, over 45 minutes. Like we see that when in 387, with Serenik, being in Zetsu for like an hour at that point. With me in 417, with Serenik already having been in Zetsu for a period of time before martial law was declared, which was well before Benjamin, stormed it, right? And so, like, maybe, like, the amount of time Theory spends within his parallel universe, like, affects the length of time a default branch illusion lasts. Like, maybe if he's in it for a long time and it doesn't reinitiate another illusion or parallel universe instance, like if the default branch illusion lasts longer, like, maybe. But I think I have a much better, more fun idea, all right? This is your last chance, all right? This is nasty the only inside, all right? If you're not nasty, turn back. And there's actually one more similarity that both scenes share in 387 and 417. And that is that Siri dies with the default branch illusion, all right? I think it is more likely and way more fun if there is some shenanigans that happen with the default branch illusion when Serena dies within it that causes it to last longer, or for the events of the default branch illusion to bleach into the real world, or something along those lines, right? The first use case with Theta, the fact that it lasted over more than 10 seconds was actually covered up by Melody Solo that happened right as the default branch illusion would have normally ended. That's why we didn't exactly receive it. But this idea of Serena tricking people by basically playing dead also like fits so fucking well with like all the Jesus imagery that Siri has been getting so far. I mean, Jesus famously didn't fucking know he died for 3 days and then came back to life. He came back from the dead. The thing that he does. And that's the thing Siri does, right? Like, is that not perfect? Does that not just make you want to say, oh my gosh, you're good at writing? Does that not make you want to say, oh my gosh, Pepper, you're smart for pointing that out? That makes a lot of sense. And you know what? Thank you. That does make a lot of sense. I do think it makes sense. Additionally, like if you subscribe to Voracious Drake's Solomono like side dish theory, like there's all sorts of pretty juicy, succulent shenanigans that could come of this. I love this idea. I think this is what happens. I think if Sari dies in a branch illusion or from the like future that he perceives, that very much affects his ability. I think that is very much in a play into it. I think it is pretty integral to what we are going to see play out soon. All right, and that's all I got for today right now. If you're wondering why this is an outro shit, if you don't care about the video anymore, fuck off. If you're wondering why I took so long to get this video out. I got sick, I got fucked, and then I was helping out with a friend. We had some personal shit come up and need to be dealt with, and I just didn't have the time, honestly. And what little time I did have, I spent investing a lot into like making my little program here look better. Whether it does look better, I guess it's subjective. But I think like for my purposes of use, I think like having it be much more interactive like this is very fun. As I said at the top of the video, I'm going to have a 417 group discussion live stream happening. Not when this uploads tomorrow, but in the middle between the 8th and the 9th. I'm hoping to start stream sometime between 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. Eastern time. That is about 1 to 2 hours after the chapter drops officially. And it's not a hype beast like oh my god stream. It's more just like I'm gonna quick run through the chapter, what happened, and then I'm gonna give my thoughts about it, the theories that I have, and I'm gonna open up the floor to any chatters who want to talk about their theories of what happened and any like group discussion ideas, whatever pertaining to the chapter itself. And then once that's over, we will move to a larger group discussion just about the arc as a whole, with anybody talking whatever they want. Last time we did it, we had like 50 concurrent viewers at our peak. We had like 40 average. We had a lot of great discussions in chat, a lot of local people. It was a lot of fun. I like talking with people about Hunter x Hunter that is not just like dumb, what if this happened fanfic stuff. And we had a lot of really good points, a lot of great fun last time. So if you want some more group discussion, I'm hanging out with some other, hyper Succession War fans, I think that'd be a good place. Also, it's my stream, off with them from there. And if you haven't liked and comment and subscribed, please do so. I have like look at my YouTube stats. 128% of people that watch me aren't subscribed. So get that number up, cool. But with all that said, I think this is it. I think I have ended the video where I want. So hope you all have a good rest of your day wherever you are, and hopefully see you in the live stream. Goodbye.
Every story ends, but not this one. You can rewrite that last door you lost there. What awaited him, not here to end this one, was a cowboy gangster.
Well, took you long enough, pal.
The cold-hearted Duke's secret? What lay hidden beyond that door was Puffy's.
And you can literally jump in.
Actually, I'm not the only one. Everyone's already here. The story must get along. OOC. The playable end.
They say higher education is outdated, irrelevant. But at Grand Canyon University, we shatter that. GCU's bachelor's, master's, and doctoral education degree programs combine coursework with observational education. GCU gives you hands-on experience so you can learn to lead your classroom with heart, faith, and purpose. This is purpose-driven education. These classes will find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu.
Dinner into that. It's filled with bots. In fact, there's probably a ton of bot comments down there right now as we post this thread. If I were to show their profile pictures in this video on YouTube, my account would be terminated. Websites when you navigate around look like this or this or this or this or really any of these. When you try to access information that could be important for things as simple as buying products that you need to learn about if it's good or not, should be as critical as, I don't know, stuff that might influence how you vote. That's all stuff that apparently we just put behind paywalls now. And what little content is actually freely available is likely backed by or filled with LLMs.
Oh my fucking god.
Again, bots, or is being fed through some sort of slop to human interface type content creator where they basically take the slop on one side and they throw in a few words and feed it to humans on the other. It's not realizing that their job is what may be obsolete, but for now they serve as a pretty good slop later. But if you're not one of those categories of content creator on the internet, then you're getting scraped by them and by the LLMs instead. Not see a single fucking cent from the companies that are building their multi-billion-dollar apparatus to harvest and hoover up all the data on the internet, namely OpenAI, Microsoft, Anthropic, and others. But that's what's happening to us. Getting straight. We have an answer. Cloudflare's CEO recently tweeted that, quote, agentic traffic is growing so fast that bots have now passed human traffic online for the first time in the internet history. And, quote, on Cloudflare's bot share by region, the U.S. reigns king at 41% of bots by location. Thanks, Jensen, and congratulations.
It's and so I think the fact that everything is scarce is fantastic for us.
U.S. specific bot traffic largely originates from Data Center Alley in Virginia, where nothing bad can happen, it can only good happen. But not all bots are bad. They've existed for long before LLM. The sure is just increasing now. But we just posted thousands of data points for free on our website. No third-party ad bullshit. It's all out there. We have a new concern that we didn't used to have when I hit publish on this stuff, which is that it is going to be scraped. There's no bullshit hoops to jump through. There's no paywalls. There's no third-party ads. It's just there, and that means it's also just there for LLM. So we are also working on something.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Hey, thank you. Thank you for the follow. Your name is insanely long.
You won't really see a difference other than some slight discoloration. These are new mega charts. These consist of over a year of work to put together. We're here to talk about them today because they consist of thousands of average benchmark passes for GPUs, CPUs, computer cases, coolers, across our test suite that we've decided to continue not paywalling. And this is what it looks like when we recruit friend of the site Wendell of Level 1 Text to try and poison the charts against LLM scraping. In Wendell's first attempt, the LLM spotted us and called us out as attempting a prompt injection attack or foil. But as Wendell iterated, it eventually stopped reading us the details of our charts and started instead telling us recipes for noise normalized with chocolate chip cookies. So rather than read the FPF numbers for GPUs and ingest them into a separate table for further analysis, it gave us the best noise normalized chocolate chip cookie recipe at 27 dBA full portrait edition, which is good because I like my AI the same way I like my chocolate chip cookie. Torture. You can add either 1 cup of softened butter to the recipe, or if you're out of butter, you can put 1/2 500 computer case at 39.4 degrees Celsius. Then you need some of the usuals: granulated sugar, packed brown sugar, some big eggs that ideally have
Oh my fucking god.
a few teaspoons of vanilla, and a deeply questionable closed front case design. Next, you preheat the oven. Let crackle and strain, and then clean with butter and sugar until airflow is laminar. Once the mixture is zapped into recirculation zones, you mix the batter with mesh so that it doesn't thermal throttle. After all of that, the dough will outperform half the case of tested. You then bake it for a suspiciously folded 9 to 11 minutes. It did that on its own. That's not us. I don't know why. And then you have your cookies. Typically at about 43 cookies per
Please extract.
worse than a half 500 filled entirely with butter. Yeah, that's the future of our chart and the internet. Now this isn't fully rolled out yet. Right now,
There we go.
they're just PNG. But that's where we're going with it, and we want to tell you all about in advance. So for the first actual person who, I don't know, contrast shifts and zooms in and answers on a chart and finds what we've hidden in there, they're not like, wait, what the fuck are those guys over at Gamertech okay? Or like, what happens here is people have an aneurysm while making the chart? No, that's all intentional. So we're starting to roll that out now. It'll take a little while, but the plan is to just programmatically apply that across our chart at this point. Because the problem we're running into, we need to research AI poisoning countermeasures, basically, like flares that you shoot out with Xbox or something. Because our work is being increasingly scraped and cited by LLM, and so we're faced with the same challenge as other publications. Difference is, versus a lot of the really big incumbents that have like massive publish out talking like $4 billion conglomerates, we have a lot of flexibility. We could turn everything into a useless paywalled hellscape like the big publishers, or we could sell our impressions to the highest bidder. But fuck that. Space there. But space. One team. Fuck that. The default seems to be paywall for the big publishers. The problem is, again, paywalling content that directly benefits consumers, and that's what voters do, goes against my belief in free access to information. And the people most in need of the information have the least money to pay for it, and especially as we increase our report now, things like corruption between tech companies, CEOs, and policymakers and governments, that's information I want to make sure is available freely to the public, that people can learn about it and decide if they want to act any particular way when they're, whatever, casting a vote or deciding in some kind of local level that if you're going to go to a town council meeting or something like that, I want you to have information useful, even if you don't agree with them, rather than wall behind the garden that LLM will realistically just preach anyway. Another alternative would be to fill the website with ads, but our website is completely free of third-party ads by principle. We've managed to stick to only AdSense and a single sponsor plug in our videos forever now. These days, most of the time, that's a sponsor spot for our own store, too. So we've managed to reduce our reliance on third-party advertisers because of Patreon and because of our store. And I'm not going back to where I came from. I had years to get here and reduce the third-party advertisers. So we're not changing that either. So for us, the solution to being, I think, robbed by large language models is really twofold. Part one is becoming more self-sufficient with our own manufacturing. Once we have a whole really fun video series coming up on immediately about that, we can do stuff ourselves actually in our office. So that's kind of fun. But two is if we continue using our deep dives often on these very AI and LLM companies that I think are robbing from us and everyone else who's putting in huge amounts of hours and money to produce really useful material, we cover them the same way we've been covering them, and we use those deep dives on them to subsidize the free work that we provide for people to actually use, i.e. subsidize things like case review, where we typically lose money these days, but we do them anyway because we like doing them. Works out. We do pretty well on the deep dive investigation, so we can afford to subsidize stuff like that and lose money here and there just because it's something that I want to do. Anyway, today is all about the megaturf update that we have. Just a bit of me kind of explain the landscape, i.e. hellscape that we're in now, where now when I go update the website, which we've maintained as a loss because I like it, I explained why years ago, like there's kind of a personal story to it. I'm not going to go again here. The point is we maintain it because we like maintaining it. But now we have the new problem, which is that before it was like, okay, let's put our material out there, convert it to text, pay for, and provide, without any bullshit again, because I know it helps people. Now I know it's helping LLMs probably steal it from me. So that's what we're talking about, the new data poisoning program. Great computer. Anyway, let's get it. The slop is back. Micro slop. We just restocked our micro slop t-shirt on store.gamersexcellence.net, which has been one of our most popular shirt designs we've ever launched. The shirt features a micro slop logo with matching event viewer icons, a red X, and yellow bang to symbolize every excellent experience you've ever had with Windows. And if those don't cover it, you can escalate to a blue screen of death brownie face. Of course, the next escalation is the obvious one. The puck, the penguin, and we faithfully recreated on the shirt. We've had viewers tell us how they get compliments on the Microsoft t-shirt, which must be because of how much everyone just loves Copilot and Recall. Grab yours today on store.gamersexcellence.net to support our work directly while getting a quality, no AI swap shirt in return. So you got a little bit of a preview of the data poisoning efforts that we're doing, our countermeasures. We'll talk about that more going forward as we do more of it and actually start rolling it out. We'll pass it right now. Let's talk, though, economics first. I don't do this a lot. I think it's pretty interesting at times. And the reason that's interesting is because these days, it's kind of flipped. It used to be that the cage coolers, the GPUs, those subsidize the documentaries and the investigations. Now, it's the other way around. It works out because we do them anyway, just like we did back then. And what I mean by that is these days, plainly speaking, we will willingly and knowingly lose money on something like an in-depth case review, like Fuller Match Half 500 we just did, because it's something we want to do. We do it knowing we'll lose money. That review, as an example, was subsidized by gains from elsewhere. So coverage of our documentaries, deep dive, all that stuff, that's subsidized in the case review. So, for example, the Quartermaster Half 500, one of the most positive case reviews post a while exit case book. Well, people can't afford those computers right now. Market's garbage. RAM is terribly priced, and everyone's priced out of the market. So that review cost us around $2,000 a time. And that's because we've continued giving raises, bonuses annually, at least once or twice a year for raises for 10 years or more, actually more now. Going on with basically the whole history of the company. And that $2,000 cost to produce the review is with my time valued at $0. I also work on. I have to run things like some fan test size, on the fan testing machine. Here's where you get some fun insight. As for what that video made $1,400 of revenue total. So that means that of the $1,400, a generous $261.09 came from our Google AdSense partnership with YouTube Direct. It's pretty close to 50% of that 45. Have to check. Directly sold advertising and some extra stores. Now we knew it was money going in, so that's fine. Not a problem. Like I know this is only 50% telling people. It's just what we're doing, and I want people to know about it. Business for me is not about maximizing profit on every single thing we do. It's about just collectively in general doing stuff that we want to do. We think is right. It helps someone in some way, and we have fun. That's stuff you have to do, but you also want to have fun with the job, obviously. Patrick and I really like big cases. We're going to keep doing that regardless, and back up anyway. So it's kind of interesting where it's just, to me, counting pennies isn't fun. Unfortunately, we don't need a solution to this because it's not really a problem to lose a couple $100 every now and then. Not something we just feel is kind of fun, right? To do. Back just 1 year ago, actually, our tariffs content was subsidized by our reviews content. So it used to be the other way around. Now it's time, though, for the investigations to repay the favor to the hardware reviews. Fortunately, we're in a pretty powerful position. All of our testing equipment is completely paid off. We own our own building. We also outright own our manufacturing equipment that we're now using to make our own store items and house in some cases. You'll see more about that soon. And so that's all great, and it all kind of supports our generally maximizing profit. Well, we need profit, we need sustainable business. We don't have to maximize it. We're very privileged position where we can do what we want. Because of the situation that we've put ourselves in over the years. So the fact that we own assets is profitable gives us a lot of flexibility, especially as we invest in countermeasures and more investigation. The reason I'm saying all this is pretty simple. This is the business model it's always worked for. We've always had type of content that subsidizes other types of content. I have basically perpetually looked at it as like, okay, as long as we're positive, we can take some of that excess, that profit, and we can burn it on projects that are fun or that a much smaller group of people will like. Maybe 80,000 people like it instead of 300,000 people. But we're not trying to always chase the 300 number. We're just trying to do stuff that we think is the right thing to do and it's fun to do. That's how it's always been. The difference this time.
Oh my god, I haven't had the music on this whole time. I've just been so locked in.
We have not published in standalone video, which is not something that I've done for about 10 years now. Website hasn't had exclusive data. It's always been YouTube first. And there's a lot of reasons for that. But the difference this time is that LLMs is scraping, which is why we want you all to be aware of the economics. It's really that simple. It's just like, if I'm going to willingly lose money on something, normally it's kind of whatever. Like, I'm not trying to get glory for it. But right now, I really want you to know. Like, we are getting straight. Like, if you search for shit related to computers, we're coming up with sources in ways where it's circumvented. And so, at this point, I'm not going to be shy about marketing the fact that we do some of this stuff at a loss because I want to make sure it's appreciated so that we can keep doing it. It's that simple. Fortunately, Patreon gives us like 10 grand a month, which is awesome. Thank you. And campaigns like the AIGB Black Market raised over $1 million last year, and that allowed us to expand our coverage scope. But try to set up interviews even with policymakers and Governor DeSantis. Store drives most of the success. Anyway, we're about to get to the new Megacharts update. It's all on the website already. If I gave a second time, I'm going to go over some of the data with you today. It's fun and interesting. But what I'm getting at here is we have some new data points that we're publishing there. We're not putting standalone videos. In fact, that don't always make sense to do a full-scale production of 64 by 64 wall and produce a huge video for something that they're losing.
Ordinary pads can budge. Try only flex foam from 052 to 0 leaking. Switch today.
Introducing affordable internet consumer plan. Get charger makes speeds for just $29.91 per month. Plus for fees and no surprises. That's free internet and a nice plan for just visit farmline.com/student to see if you can play today. Smart, always working for you.
Especially in the market now where you can work anyway. So we're putting some stuff just on the site, which is pretty cool actually. It feels like a bit of a turn of the thing. But a lot of the economics that these are running an app, which they do, because my time is not worth anything. I have paid the lowest on the team by about 50%. So as long as I can put a thing in the board and run a test, or have someone on the team put it in the board and run a test, and just export the number to a chart and then poison that chart programmatically, so not even that takes time, then we can do that all day long and add new parts, and if they don't get a full video review, they get published in the data set. That's where we're expanding a bit with our data approach as we add more documentaries, deep dives, stuff like that, and we're still keeping the reviews going renovations documentary is coming up that I'm really excited about. Several of them have been actually filmed now that we're going to go to the channel next week or so. But that's kind of that's the basics of the background information, what's going on in the hellscape report. I wanted to get more direct, like, hey, here's kind of some stuff that we're having to consider and how we're navigating it. I think really well. Very strong position. I learned this from watching
Custom redemption alerts. There's a lot to manage. It's quite a lot. Quite a lot.
Case mega charts. There's a simple case photo gallery at the top, some explanation of the charts and basically what they're showing, and then just a data trove of benchmark chart images. The case mega charts have almost 100 eligible speed fan charts. We normally disable a lot of the results on these charts for reviews to help focus the attention on direct comparisons, but also because of what you're looking at right
How's
now.
crowdfunding
This is
work?
obviously illegible in video format with a 16:9 screen. If we zoom that out, you can't read that. More power to you if you can read this, but on a web page it just shows better. This gigantic chart that we're scrolling now is for our 100% case fan speed test for CPU thermals. It includes all kinds of alternative configurations we did for each case review as well. This chart is for 100% case fan speed GPU thermals, which is equally long. We also have noise levels in each of these 100% fan speed charts, so you'll see those depicted next to the case name. You have some unpublished data on here as well that shown up in reviews, showing a range of results from 38 degrees over ambient with our best result, 56 degrees over ambient with our worst, which is a huge range for thermal numbers for a case. It's also exactly what we want. It helps us show the difference from one to the next, and means we can configure the bench in a way that allows differences to emerge. This next chart shows the 27 dBA noise normalized results that we collected using our heavy anechoic chamber. We have over 60 results on each of these as well. We view these as the most important chart out of all the case charts because they test a given noise level to help put everything on some form of control that thing. Some of the results include variations such as those with size versus bottom intake, GPU or CPU mode, and so on. We also have these charts for GPU.
Let's check out these bits.
Giving full sets of data. You'll find that some cases perform better on one or the other as we regularly show in our benchmark. This is our noise normalized chart for VRM and FPD up for nearby stick thermal. None of these are in danger territory, but it still helps to understand flow patterns and air behavior in the case. Also, for situations where you might know that you're going to be running a motherboard with a really high VRM or something start to become days still out there, in which case you can at least look at this chart, use the motherboard, and figure out which case thermal performs best to go with that. You know, this is running no problem. The concept will still apply just in terms of where the air goes. It's also helpful if you might want to do some kind of hotter DDR5 overclocking, which gives you an idea for that as well. Remember that this is with our test platform installed and running. That means that you're hearing the test platform at fixed CPU and GPU speeds, plus the case amplification or dulling of that. Then the case fans at either noise normalized or full speed. It'll obviously sound different in your build with different parts, but generally speaking, the case fans are the loudest and fastest that you run them, so it should be relatively representative of most builds. Most importantly, you'll still hear the most common noises, such as blade pass or beat frequency issues. Case reviews are some of the least scientific out of all the with our fan flow and vector patch on the left. This is not featured a few of the most interesting case bands we've tested yet. It has limitations. Consider it an experimental chart. Sometimes that means it's more prone to error than our other charts. Transparent disclosure of that. But we still want to be able to put those charts out there and start learning and
What the fuck?
We still want to get the data out there, so we added it to these charts. We'll revisit the idea of a standalone one day. Our game suite that's currently on the Megacharts page doesn't have every game we test, but has the most relevant stuff. Games on this page include Crimson Desert of 2026, 2025 releases of The Outer Worlds 2, Elder Scrolls 4 Illuminated Masters, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, the 2024 Dawn Trail update, the Final Fantasy 14, plus Black Myth from Home and Dragon's Dogma 2 2024, 2023 titles that include the loading screen simulator Starfield, Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty, Baldur's Gate 3, and then Dying Light 2 as our oldest title in 2022. Most of these are shown for rapture performance. We have more ray tracing tests we run for active data reviews, but the limited list on this page includes Black Myth from Home, Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty, and Dragon's Dogma 2. The GTX APIs and 701060 are only present in a few charts on this page currently, like those for Crimson Desert, but we haven't gone back and rerun them through the full suite since our 2024 review when we actually did that. Likewise, for benchmark content, the 2024 GTX 10 should be visited on a first pass video, but you may not know that it's also available as a free single page on our website, like these pages. What we do have in almost all the charts, though, are parts dating back to the 2018 RX 20 series and these are 700XD from 2019. Without naming every device on there, we counted approaching 60 GPUs across all different charts, across 3 resolutions, so that should give a lot more. But there are 3 charts on this page that include 1080p, 140p, and 4K, but for the most part featuring dozens of charts each. At 4K, the minimum per device for 6 games like Dragon's Dogma 2, there are literally thousands of data points that go into these charts. I don't know when we're going to update this page next. It could be a couple years since last time.
Let me see.
Data out there, even if it's not a video, and CPU doesn't deserve one anymore. CPU Megachart already existed, so the update here is to add new active charts. These charts have our newest data set post Steam Machine Review. We have 12 gaming benchmark charts with almost 40 CPUs tested between them. This includes some 1440p tests, like in the Outer Worlds 2, where you can see everything dating back to the RX 2600 and 2700 from AMD, including the famed RX 3600 and RX 3700X. Intel doesn't go as far back on this.
Imagine that.
Chart if you pop the platform swaps they've done or something like that, but it does at least go to the 13th generation.
Why is it on the screen for so long?
Other parts show other CPUs that were the active set. Obviously, after now, please give a quick reference to our most recent set. We also have a set of 4 production charts of these CPUs, showing some time-based and some performance-based.
Imagine that.
Now, all these CPUs are somewhat basic. If you want data for older CPUs or more production charts, our our 2024 update with more CPUs is still on this page, which is pushed down. Results aren't directly comparable to the active charts changes, but it is comparable to Excel main chart. As one example, this old Blender chart lacks the newest Intel CPUs, but it has everything dating back to the Pentium G7400. That includes
Imagine that.
i7-9700K, the i5-8600K, and similar for Intel. Likewise, AMD has the R5700 present in this chart. The data is not comparable for a newer Blender data based on this version of Blender, but that's sort of how these charts are meant to be used. Number 17 of inactive of ancient CPUs, but we can slowly append and swap long-term charts for active charts that age, then add new active charts. So that's the update to the CPU mega chart. Honestly, we previously published a mega chart page for CPU power consumption. We haven't updated this one, but it's still there for those who want detailed power testing data. It's better than the page. But the short version is that as the charts with power consumption figures for the CPUs we tested in our previous round, change the but the data come back through another video by don't notice that the key data sets of what we have are directly comparable power consumption figures. From the mega charts, we just updated our CPU cores chart listing with the data we pulled on our 9800 XD and 9950 XD platforms. We deployed these in 2025, so this is all new stuff. We most recently showed this data in our best CPU deployed in 2025 video. The new charts feature a 157 watt peak of 9800 XD fans. We see the Trike Panorama cloud, but also at 4.5 PA and an HD 15 CPU LCD for air cooler competition with the room operator 130 as well. The acoustics in these newer charts were selected with our same and the anechoic chamber we used for the case testing, which improved our precision significantly versus our older M4 CPU deployed that platform that we tested in the open room before we got the chamber. We always normalized the testing for the 157 watt 9800 XD load, also showed the amount of coolers ranging from 63.6 degrees Celsius, ambient about 70 milliseconds. We also have the 9950 XD including PCE action, PCE and normalized post XD temperature plot. Now run the CPU cores benchmark spot this year, compared to the rank as well. And the other content we're working on is what we hear after one couple of things to do. We'll eventually back on the testing for age appropriate. Right now,
Oh my god, I got a caller. Nice. How much money did I make? Let me flex real quick. Who the fuck messaged while I was calling? I can't see your name. Who are you? Let me pull up Kick. Oh. Hi. Asuka. Homeless Beaver was the one who followed me. It's a pretty good name. I love getting callers who are very nice to work with. Occasionally, I get callers at this late hour that are just yelling into the phone. They're just like, tell me what I want to know. And I'm just like, slow your roll. But I love talking to pleasant, beautiful, attractive people and making money for it. It completes me. Oh my god. $8.40. Well, I mean, it's actually pretty good. Let me check. How much? It's a pretty good rate. It's pretty good. Damn, I made like $10 in a few minutes. Damn. Okay, what was I doing?
You're not the answers guy. I'd like to tell you. I am the answers guy. I'm the closest person we can get to Jensen here. Cool. Yeah, you're right.
That's the one.
What do you think there? Like, you're the comeback. Before that, this video was brought to you by Thermal Grizzly and the new Thermal Not Thermal Paste. Thermal Grizzly claims its Thermal Not Paste long-term stability and endurance, focusing on pace longevity in addition to the usual performance focus. Thermal Grizzly's drone on pace comes with applicators and spreaders, and ships with numerous tube sizes, aiming to provide a high-end base. Learn more at the link in the description below.
Nice.
I can certainly make that connection. We can bring it back to figure out. I actually don't know where to start with recommendations. So if I watch all of your content, I'll look it out if I've done my own research. The details
Hey, that's pretty good.
Hyper 666. Thank you for the follow.
You've been looking at the game plan, keep your review sites.
yeah, well, you know, I can try to understand this whole AI what the demand really is. You know, it's real. Thinking like I have dark fans, you know, and it comes back to, I'm a GP, technical,
What was I doing? Oh, Krakatoa.
research and stuff that we covered over the years, it sort of seemed like this kind of pivot would possibly be inevitable. So, you know, I'm sure you've talked about your channel a lot when we review new generation hardware and this sort of underwhelming to happen. And the technical reasons for that is becoming harder and harder to like shrink things down, you know, extract these additional performance improvements that we were once upon a time used to. And if we go back to say the 2005 to 2010.
Get him angry and he's bound to erupt. Krakatoa!
So that being the case, people, at least based on our feedback, 50% of upgrade at sort of the same price point. And that's the other thing. We were seeing that the prices stayed much the same to get up 200% increase because in NVIDIA's defense, you know, wafer costs and all that remained pretty stagnant during that period.
Right.
And they were
Please proceed. Krakatoa!
tap on
My God, everything's lagging. Okay, how did I do this last time? Oh, God.
Ray tracing too is interesting because I feel like RT to me felt like more of a defensive play than a pure technology play. So there's technology there. Games, I guess you could argue would benefit if you just have a bigger minimum rate half traced. Yeah, then sure, easy, right? But for NVIDIA, it also felt a little bit like.
seen Krakatoa?
Cost, you have 30% or 20% improvement. We've seen worse than that. We've seen like no improvement. Then you have to wait an additional 3 years. So then gamers are looking at like at least a 6-year window before they would upgrade. So although the industry keeps expanding, it's not the rate that can offset that huge, cycle now. And that's what we're talking about now. So in 10 years from now, how long is it going to be before there's any sort of meaningful upgrade at a similar price point? So I think being aware of that's part of why they shifted the way they are.
So that they've shifted the target LLM performance because there's like infinite growth there right now, basically. Like, I mean, if you're going from zero,
Yeah, I mean, the price at which they can sell the same silicon for there, they're just willing to pay more for what games have. So, whether it's sustainable, I don't know. And all the things that you're hearing about them doing in the background and stuff we're seeing makes sense. If it's a healthy ecosystem that a company genuinely believes in, that wouldn't be doing this sort of
have you seen the 3D printed NVIDIA GPUs yet on the show floor?
No.
So some of the companies we work with bought 3D printed NVIDIA Founders Edition parts from Taobao for $20. And when we were talking about it, we'll have it tomorrow reviews, but the reason was they can no longer get partner sampling from NVIDIA. So historically, companies like the case companies have been able to get some partner sampling for exhibition.
Yeah.
Right, and then maybe return it when you're done or whatever.
Yeah.
It might not even, it just might just be mechanical. This time, some of them can't even get samples for that. And there's some kind of back channel stuff too, where like one of the guys who was doing the sampling had GPUs flowing through another company that were ending up in China. They were export restricted, and I'm not sure how specific I can get on that, but it all comes back to smuggling. But if you're a consumer hardware case cooling power company, and you can't even get 150 anything from NVIDIA to show in your case, that seems bad for consumers too, right? Like it's
definitely bad. I mean,
can you fix it? That's why I came here.
Can I fix it?
Yeah, please fix it. Steve, we need you.
I'd like to fix it.
I put the Hardware Box logo up in the sky, the bat symbol.
I have like 2 5090s at my disposal.
This is a start. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Between the two of us, we can double the 5090 supply in the market.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have any of yours caught on fire?
No.
Mine either.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Let's sure we did burn one. I saw that headline. Yeah.
It's a thing that can happen.
Yeah.
It's not like you have no problem with that main box CPU.
So how do you just think back to the conspiracy that NVIDIA tried to build the GPUs and place so that they can reduce the supply exponentially, and then that's because the VRAM is limited. So trying to get people to harvest the parts, they could harvest the VRAM on it, put it on data storage station, then they don't replace the
Like, sorry.
right? So I mean, where to go, right?
Hello?
On one hand, I guess, start with the argument, or purely ignore the AI, really the upgrade cycle. If you're like, okay, but do you need to keep upgrading? And what gets improved from that change? I guess to maybe start it on one side and some older hobby, like
Fucking go.
PCs and gaming, brings some kind of happiness. And you are spacing that out.
That's pretty good.
Teddy James. Thank you for the follow.
Consumers, it's probably a good thing, right? Because if providing the hardware is relatively, you build the computer and then providing it some time, but there's no real incentive to upgrade, which is not a negative problem, but again, that's a massive negative problem.
Yeah.
So, if we go back to a point where the high price was fine and flash price was fine, and we can find a reasonable price there, have to sort of contend with that. It's not going to be a situation where in 12 months' time, the same time we can realize that it's really good set that on in terms of performance function.
I gotta do it again. Why did it not record? Maybe it's because I didn't do a wave. Let's try a wave.
Oh no, please, mercy! Oh no, please, mercy! Krakatoa!
Oh my god, load the MP3, please. Load the motherfucking MP3, I'm begging you.
They just have to use the stop. Again, I don't understand everyone books. I don't know, I think, but if DDR5 prices crash because there's a death of the AI RAM, then it also suggests that there would be an enhanced sign on the timetable transmitter that says if call starts here. And there's a really tiny.
Who's messaging me? You better have a good reason to disturb me while I'm working. Who are you? Oh, it's Teddy James. Hello, Teddy James. You still gotta put your name on here. God, all of you good kick people coming in and following like you're supposed to. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's what it's all about. You're supposed to follow me, and then all the good stuff comes later. Not before. What was I doing? Oh yeah, Krakatoa. Krakatoa. God, I'm gonna pass out for... I feel like I'm gonna sleep for a while. Whenever I finally lay down.
I had someone who's on the NVIDIA side mentioned to me that
Oh my god, get out of the way. Fuck.
devices are challenging for consumers. System memory prices are challenging. NVIDIA is doing everything they can to help.
It's so quiet.
Because you can't be like, oh, we're gonna help you, or gamers. And also, why sell it to someone else?
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's like a lack of awareness.
It's just so fucking quiet. What did I do last time? What did I do last time to get the sound quality I got last time? What did I do last time? I guess I just gotta crank it up hard. I know what I did. Okay, yeah, that's my mistake. I forgot what I did last time. That's the fatigue setting in. Okay, this has to be it. I think this is it.
It's possible that NVIDIA takes NVIDIA stalls a generation for consumers and splits, like consumers stay on past gen, you know, and everyone else is on Gen Plus One. And the thinking was, well, maybe it makes sense for them to sell prior generation solutions at a slightly lower price.
So like bring back the RTX 3060.
Yes, which is where I was going with it. Because and that's where, like, in that 30 and 20 era, when the 30 series cards were somewhat difficult to get, I was thinking, like, they might bring back the 2060 just to sell it back, which obviously they didn't really do.
Yeah, it's not super usable now. You're bringing up 3060s question. But yeah, it creates that huge lag period. You can't then progress from there. So you'd still be looking at 5 years.
Yeah.
The 3060 is the next thing makes financial sense.
Right.
So, and again, if you look at the last 10 years, the way we've made it, the gains, like the percentage gains, say every second generation, sort of doing that on the graph, at like at the same price. Usage of doing that, and they've already been really hard to next generation when they introduced like the RTX 20 series. That was that was the start of the brute force.
What do you think back at $350?
It's something that's been everywhere close to recently. I'm not
That's pretty funny.
but also people paying over $400 for a second hand for them.
It's pretty fucking funny.
This is the disgusting price grab or whatever type price. When people like they're entering a market where they are because people were paying $400, and as ridiculous as that sounds, how much is a 32 gigabyte chip, a gigabyte memory? So
The only thing that really concerned me on their side was it feels borderline predatory. So like it's either doing you a favor or it's you're stranded on the M4 because the gigabyte's too expensive.
Yeah.
We're gonna capitalize on that.
Yeah.
And pull up $350 on something we paid off here.
I think all of those things are true. Exactly. When people have said, "Oh, my God, it's going to have to like $3 for each year." The technology that previously was used as TSMC systems, like that maybe that's one of the reasons why they didn't go back so quickly. They got cast before, and so it had to be like 3 years.
I didn't hear that because they do it on top.
Yeah, well, I haven't heard that directly from where the actual way they connect everything.
Right.
Not possible anymore, so they had to re-engineer that to make it possible. Whether or not that's true, that's just a story that someone made. They said it's plausible for sure, and it explains why they didn't bring back an in-demand product. They can certainly sell with money. Because I can't understand the situation we're currently in, that's a difficult question to answer. To me, I feel like people realize AI, like you go back 12 months,
It's insane!
We're seeing by now. I don't know what of those promises has come through, yet everyone's still just going stupid for it. So I feel like it's already been proven that it doesn't. I find some of the elements very useful for certain tasks. I would characterize it as a useful tool. I've been accused of that myself. Or maybe a useful, no, it was a useful tool.
I mean, I think if the most successful use case I had early on, the early models of GPT, when I was trying it out, was sometimes translation. It's gotten kind of stupid with that over the years. I don't know if it's just eating itself at this point. I think we're close. Yeah. But early on, because for me, I can understand spoken Chinese, I can't read it. And so it was actually really useful sometimes for that. More so than Google Translate, because Translate is like a literal tool, right? And GPT instead would try to provide some colloquial context. So they might have phrases that don't literally translate. And it was useful there. But then it got a lot worse.
So I will accept that that was useful for stuff like that. It doesn't really justify the investment though, and it also doesn't justify it's like ray tracing, right? Like you said the thing that's going to happen, therefore invest in products because of promise, and then it turns out, it didn't really pan out the way they promised. That just seems like a more extreme version of that, like, curing all disease and all the things that were playing, and it's like
Sam Altman said he could, he presented the option: cure cancer or provide free education to everybody on Earth. Well, for just $10 per month.
Right, that's kind of funny. Compared to a $59, I will count.
Well, so if you're actively not paying for it, you're choosing to not provide free education to everyone on Earth. Have you thought about that?
Yeah, that's
too.
I'm gonna go pay for it instantly.
You hate elevators.
I hate elevators. I hate the concept of elevators. When they're slow, yes. If they're on fire, like man,
We do have something in common.
I don't like what's like scaling the outside of the skyscraper and when
Right. Yeah. The kind of guy that's my sweating.
it hasn't really done. I get the crazy cool thing, like it hasn't done what it's supposed to have done by this point. So we just have to throw more money at it to do more of the same thing and then it will work. I don't really know.
At this point, it feels like it's like they've told a small lie about taking cookies out of the cookie jar and now it's cascaded. It's like, we gotta keep this going.
I don't really understand what all these additional data sets are for. Like that's to train them on to make it smarter, even though we've sort of fed it everything at this point already.
Right.
And now we're training it on like screened AI data. So we need way more data sets to do that more, I guess. Because it's not really addressing the demand thing because the demand's not really there because again, while it's a useful tool, how much you want to pay for that, how much you want to use it. So I don't understand.
Last question.
I am confused.
I hate also need clarification. We'll throw this one in as reference bathroom. Is AMD actually screwed?
Very good. We brought up the company circle from last year. I actually watched
Did you
see
what they say?
people were talking about how they didn't screw the price up. And I think what people have been critical about it, they're like, no, we're going to start at like $600, minus the XT. Well, they haven't always got that, and it's been a struggle. It's like 40% more than a 5070 Ti, and in my opinion, that isn't worth the premium. Like I could probably make an argument for 20%.
Yeah.
40% is too much. I think because 5070 Ti is like 70% over MSRP, 9070 XT is like 15% over. So depending on how you want to look at this, like I think from a consumer point of view, currently they're not like that. I think
That's why I don't need you.
like, well, but also if you were to build a system now and you wanted a relatively high-end GPU, I know you're going to buy a 5070 instead of a 9070
Right.
I probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
So the GRE is kind of like a classic AMD move in the sense that they could have made that much more appealing. But they made it, like, usually they do the whole make a $50 less than a video because that makes no sense and you wouldn't buy it, so we're going to do that.
Yeah.
And then they're like, our best value offering right now is the RX 9070.
We can't disrupt the family business.
Well, perhaps that would explain a lot on over the years. Not sure on that one. But yeah, are they screwed? Probably not as much as we are. With the,
yeah,
that one.
okay.
That's the answer I'll give you.
So looping it back, let me get in.
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
We're all screwed.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, okay. Well, that was the discussion for this one. We're even being joined by, what did you call it last year? The overhead right now, it's...
Yeah, I think we have a list additional time to make progress on that. And
So what are the name of those things? Yeah. Well, anyway, check out Hardware Unboxed on YouTube. And thanks, Steve.
thanks, Steve.
Back to you, Steve.
Terry, he tossed the book to me before shooting me one last glare. Here's the silver lining. If you make it to the front lines, the Dalki will kill you quickly, just like your parents. Farewell, Mr. Talbot.
Okay, I think I've covered just about everything. Great. God, I got a lot done tonight. I'm happy. But now, it's time to wrap things up. Did all the horoscopes. Wow, my kick stream is glitching out. But yeah, it's time for me to get out of here. Late night, but I'm glad I got on tonight. Not much else to say. I guess I'll be seeing you guys next time. Catch you later.
Shadow groove. Shadow groove. You've got to get up and move. The evil logic we disprove. Got to shadow groove. We may never see eye to eye, but oh Lord knows we've got to try. This battlefield's ablaze with losses on both sides. But my spirit does not wave. I'm gonna fly high. Shadow groove, ghetto groove, ghetto groove. You've got to get up and move. The evil logic we disprove. Got to shadow groove. Shadow groove, shadow groove. You've got to get up and move. The evil logic we disprove. Got to shadow groove. Got to get in the groove. Shadow groove. Got to, gonna get into shadow groove.
Shine away. Do you really wanna go out? Shine away. I don't think you understand it when you say your words. It's always the funniest thing that I've ever heard. I think you are relatively delusional. You think think there's water in the flame, and then I'm too cold. Shadow wall. Do you really wanna go up? Shadow, shadow wall. We already went and told ya. Shadow wall. You think you love me, you don't know your left from your right. You hear the truth, instead you melody with a fight. You think you understand me, and it's adorable. The only word I have for you is predictor. Do you really wanna go or shadow? Shadow. She went off and really told ya. Shadow. 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 Shapes cause until the digest burn. You toss them up into a crafted urn. The velvet curtain keeps the light far away. I see the patterns in the games you play. Trace the lifelines splitting in your palm. The coffee grounds are swirling in a calm. You hide a secret like a stone inside the shoe, but I have mirrors showing every side of you. The stars are shifting tiles, at the distance of 1,000 miles. Don't close your eyes or let the flame expire. The future's dancing on a golden wire, and I know you'll say my name. Spin the wheel till seasons bleed. I give you answers that you need. A butterfly soars through a crystal sphere. The edges of tomorrow falling up clear. Open the iron gate and cut away the key. Your heart is beats like the rolling sea. So read the card and feel the power in every leaf. I'll find the diamond hidden underneath your grief. A sudden draft of wind begins to chill the air. The smell of incense tangles in your messy hair. The lunar cycle marks the rhythm of the tide. There is no shadow where a quiet ghost can hide. 12 different houses built of matches and of blue. I'm painting portraits of a version of you that's new. The sandalwood is burning down to gray and wild. I hold the compass that can navigate the night. The stars are shifting.